10 to 15 times more oil in the middle than there is on the gutter. This is a very good pattern because it allows players to play it very many different ways. You'll see players crossing over the 20th board at 15 feet, out to the 10th board and in, and you'll see some players playing approximately on the edge of this at the 10th board and playing a little more direct. It allows for high scores from many different angles and allows many players to play the game they like to play best.
Well, it's the closest match we've had by a considerable margin. There has never been any more than 9 pins in it between Kirsten Penny and Mike Schmidt. The difference, though, Cass, could be what you're seeing right there, that green ball that Mike Schmidt went to in frame 10. It was a second ball change. It produced him 3 strikes in a row. And is it going to be the decisive move of this match to take that ball out of the bag and say, right, well, he's got away with one. Oh, that was a fortuitous strike.
Well, you called it. Change of ball. Could be the match winner, couldn't it? Absolutely outrageous strike.
This has no business being a strike.
Well, it's high through the headpin. In fact, it's smack on. It leaves the 4-6 standing. And that 4-pin's come across, and of course, Mike knew it was going to strike without a doubt. Oh, lucky man. But it's the best start possible, and it's going to put Kirsten Penny under some pressure now. She's got to respond.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Now, a little bit of movement down the end of the lane there. There's a young man is waving, probably not even aware what he's doing. He's waving his strike placard around, and it just caught Kirsten's eye. And all these players are going to have to deal with this. This is a byproduct of having a terrific crowd in here. There is going to be movement. And Kirsten will think to herself, well, I was in my rhythm, and I wonder if that's cost her that 10-pin. It's such a small thing. I'm sure there's a little bit of movement to the left there. You can just see, and it's just enough for Kirsten to say, But it's the same for all these players. They're just going to have to deal with it. It's either that or we bowl in an empty auditorium, and we don't want that.
No, definitely not. Kirsten, look at that 10-pin spare. Takes it away very nicely. Spares are not what she needs because Mike seems to be on a roll. He's finished the last game with 3 strikes. He started with another one this game, so that's 4 in a row since he's taken this ball out of the bag. Could be the real turning point of the match.
So Mike Schmidt strikes me as one of these tunnel vision types of guy. It's him, it's the ball, it's the lane, and it's those pins. And everything else is an irrelevance. And is he really starting to cook? This could be 5 in a row. It is. And it's starting to look very ominous here.
Yeah, he's starting to look like a World Cup winner, isn't he? Strikes as the young lady. And it certainly was. Right up to the 1-3 pocket. The sweet spot for the right-hander. His radar has been redirected. He's trying to stay focused now. He knows he's lined up. He thinks he's got this lane beaten, and the pressure is very much now back on Kirsten Penny.
Oh, that is rotten luck. I mean, that's just rank bad luck. Nothing else you can say about it.
Yeah, just a little bit of, not indifferent rotation on the ball, but wasn't quite the sweetest roll into the pocket.
But Cass, you get a hit like that, you're going to expect the law of averages. It'll give you all 10, but not this time.
It's a funny old game, Nick.
Well, she's
getting lots of practice on that 10-pin spin, isn't she?
Yeah, she's picking it off well after a couple of dalliances with the gutter in the first game. That's a better shot. But spares, whilst the opponent is striking, means that Kirsten is starting to slip behind here.
Yeah, if Mike can throw another one here, it'll be the 6-pack. 3 out from the last game and 3 in. His confidence will be sky high.
Well, let's just remind ourselves about this ball. He's bowled it 5 times. He's had 5 strikes. Is this 6? In there like swimwear.
We can't really argue about that. He's looking really lined up. That's a great shot, and he's carrying all 10 pins. A lot of body language as well. Looking to run this one out a bit. Come on, baby. Oh dear, doesn't he know it?
I think he's going to stick with that green ball for the rest of the competition. He can throw the others away.
Well, he's certainly lined up with this one. Pressure time for Kirsten. Really needs a strike now. Pretty good. Right up in the 1-3 pocket, and the crowd appreciated that, as did Kirsten. Needs a couple more of those just to keep in touch. Nice smooth style, lays it out nicely on the lane. Gets some good length. Lots of reaction in the back end.
Yes, he's got a strike. She's got a strike. 23 is the deficit. So Mike, despite having 6 in a row either side of the break, hasn't shaken Kirsten off. I've been impressed with Kirsten, the way she's come back into big-time competition for the first time in quite a while, and there's not much ring rust there, is there? She's stepped straight back in and bowling well.
She has long-term pedigree in the bowling world.
No matter what pedigree you've got when you've got an opponent that's on fire, though. 4 in a row in game 2 to go with the 3 that he finished with. A 7th bagger for Mike Schmidt. It's World Cup winning form the Canadian is showing here.
It certainly is. His first time at the Masters, and he's settled in quick. He's certainly got the 600 or 700 fans sitting here today on his side.
And he keeps raising the stakes, doesn't he? He keeps saying to his opponent, there's a strike, you're behind, you've got to match it just to stay that close. And will Kirsten crack, or can she stick around, keep the pressure on? It's only 23 pins, and again it's that 10.
Yeah, Kirsten might be asking herself a question here, and why that 10 pin standing up. What can she do to kick it out? A change of angle into the pocket probably is the answer, but she is actually quite lined up on the angle she's throwing. She's making the pocket nicely, but it's just not kicking that 10 pin away.
Nicely done, but it's not a 23 pin deficit anymore. It's just grown.
Yeah, unfortunately, every time she brings that 10 pin in the corner and Mike Schmidt strikes, she goes backwards.
With the World Cup champion Michael Schmidt. Both had strikes in the 5th frame as we join the action at the start of the 6th. Commentary from Cass Edwards and Nick Halling.
No matter what, even if Kirsten loses this game, I mean, she's come back in style to the Masters, back to big-time bowling. Certainly hasn't disgraced herself. Just let people know that she's still around and looking for the heights in the 10-pin world.
No, this one's not over, especially as Mike just misses the head pin and gets very fortunate that he takes 8.
Yes, indeed. He can see the funny side of it. It's very fortunate just to leave that one of the 2 pins standing. Gone fishing out there, flirting with the channel. Ooh.
Yes.
We'll forget about that one. Let's just take the spare then and get back on next frame.
I suppose you'll blame me because I mentioned the possibility of a 300 game there. And then the wheels came off.
Did I say that?
You didn't need to. I saw the look.
Okay. Stay clean here with a nice spare.
And he does spare. But if Kirsten gets a double here, it's a 21 pin deficit with 4 to play with. That's a different game. But it's got to be a strike for Kirsten. Mike has bowled 8 in a row in this match, and still he hasn't managed to shake Kirsten Penny free.